Hello everyone, Chivas Davis here, the artist and the creator of the Whole Armor comic book series, talking to you once again, and we're so excited. We've been doing really great with the Kickstarter. We're about halfway through. We're at about 45% of our goal, and we're moving on strong. So we want you all to be able to continue to participate, but we want to give you a quick synopsis of what we're doing here. Now, I've been a youth minister and a media minister for many, many years. And so what I did is I took my gift and my purpose with youth ministry and combined it with my gift and purpose of media ministry. And that's what the Whole Armor of God comic book is. It's a youth and media ministry. So if you want your child to read the Bible more, all right, if they haven't been reading the Bible, then they can be able to read their Bible and understand how the scriptures work through this book. That's been the goal. That's what the goal is. And when I worked as a teacher, back in 2006 to 2008, a middle school class, I realized that those kids were not reading their Bible. They don't go to church. And I said, I'm going to develop something creative that they're going to be able to have to learn the scriptures, have fun reading the scriptures, and get some meat in their soul. All right. And so that's what the Whole Armor of God is about. And I'm going to do a quick synopsis of what each issue is about. Because if your child and you're teaching your child about lying, you can start with issue number 1. Issue number 1 talks about the lies. You got the different characters in their lie. Now that lie begins to manifest into the demon of lies, which takes us to issue number 2, the demon of lies called Lion. So if you want to see all the scriptures that go together with lying and how to battle and combat those lying things, that's what you get in issue number 1 and 2. You slide over to issue number 3. Sometimes your kids may be cheating in class. I don't know if it's your kids, but we know some kids cheat in class or their friends are cheating in class. And, after a while, the students think that's okay to cheat through the class. But if your children is dealing with cheating in any kind of aspect, if you have some issues in your family or near your family that deals with adultery and infidelity, this book deals with that because we're talking about cheaters never prosper. And sometimes you may have a job and you do a job, they say they're going to pay you this amount, but they don't pay you that amount. That's cheating your wages as well. And so the book talks about all that, using scripture to deal with those issues. And then we slide over to issue number 4, which is called Real Steele. Real Steele deals with people stealing. All right, the demon of thievery and theft and robbery. His name is Robin Steele. Dealing with that issue is very touching because sometimes people steal from a want, from a need, from a desire, and it deals with all those issues. The young man is trying to help his mom through a hard situation, help himself through a hard situation, and he begins to steal, and the scripture deals with that in this specific issue. Not only that, but this issue also has the plan of salvation right into it and a baptism. So that's in issue number 4. Then we slide to issue number 5, one of my favorite issues, the demon of vanity. Vanity deals with men and women, but this issue deals with a young lady, the first girl character of the Whole Armor series. We know it's a Women's Month, so we want to shout out to all the ladies that worked on this book as well. Listen, it deals with vanity and dealing with the issue of self-love that's not self-love, all right? Sometimes you love yourself too much, that's just narcissistic, and you have a certain type of arrogance and pride. And sometimes you loving yourself will get in the way of you loving the one and only God in Jesus Christ. So we deal with that issue on issue number 5, also called issue V because it's V is for vanity. And then issue number 6, we deal with hypocrisy, blood, and hypocrite. This young man is trying to change his life. He lived a bad life in the past. He's trying to make a transition to a better life, do better in school, be a better son, be a better friend. But guess what? The people that looked at him from the past are now looking at him right now and thinking he's the same person, even though he's trying to make a change in his life. And that's what we deal with, hypocrisy. People telling you to be one way, you change that way, and then you feel the effects of them not understanding your change. So that's issue number 6. Issue number 7 is a 4-part series. We're not going to tell you too much about that because we want you to go ahead and get that. But it's a 4-part series dealing with all those demons we just described and more, new characters and more, new armor and more, dealing with all those sins, all those demons. And there's an all-out spiritual war going on in issue number 7, 4-part series, issue 1, part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4 of issue number 7. It's called 7 Demons Deep. New levels, new devils. I want you to grab these books. I want you to support this cause. I want you to support what we're doing because we are pushing the ministry to the next creative level. If your kids are watching Spider-Man and Avengers, it doesn't have scripture, but it's got the same effect. If your kids are watching DC, Justice League, Young Justice, any of those things with characters, with fighting, with all those things in action, that's what this book is. But it has the scripture sewn into it. All right, and that's what we're doing. That's why I created. I love all those books. I love Black Panther. I love Marvel. I love DC and all those superhero characters as well. But I created my own because I wanted God to shine in those characters as well. So with that said, go ahead and click the link. Support the cause for us to take these issues, these books, to a comic book convention near you so that we can be able to show people the power of God through comics, through animation, to be able to show that God is still living in all the media that we have here, the youth ministry, the media ministry, and we're pushing it through the whole armor of God. All right, we appreciate you already in advance for your donation. We're almost there. We got to finish strong. Remember, I want you to be strong and put your armor on. Thanks again. Click that link or go to Kickstarter.com, type in the whole armor comic book, and you'll find us right there. Chivas Davis here. Looking forward to us blessing the world.
We gon' win. Hope you hear it. Got I'm on. Got that I'm on. Got that I'm on. Got that I'm on. Got that whole I'm on. Got that I'm on. Got that I'm on.